If you're a landlord, you should take a minute and listen to this. So if you're a landlord and you bought a landlord type policy, some people call it a dwelling fire policy, but you reached out to an insurance agent at some point and you asked for a policy to cover your financial interest in that house. You're going to go ahead and rent that house to other parties, no problem. Those policies are designed for that. Here's a thing that commonly happens. There is a miscommunication, or maybe it's a misunderstanding about what vandalism is intended to cover in terms of a landlord policy. The call we frequently get is, hey, my tenant just moved out and they did not care for their dog properly and there's a lot of damage from the dog in the house, or maybe some sort of lack of maintenance and care caused some other damage. We've had some pretty unusual cases over the years, that's for sure, of things that people do in a home, and then the owner of the home will call us to turn in a claim. Those are not vandalism claims. Those are not covered under most landlord policies that have vandalism coverage. And the reason is this: because somebody chooses some hard living in a house or lack of care in a house, and then that results in all the carpet needing to be replaced, or perhaps there's unexplained holes in doors and walls, these things are often not considered vandalism by the tenant. And even if they were, they would all be separate dates of loss, most likely, and separate acts and subject to separate deductibles. So it can get real sticky, and people often think that those types of losses are vandalism, and they are not. A vandalism claim on a rental property is going to look more like maybe your nice tenant just moved out last weekend and you're in the process of cleaning the place up for the next people, and somebody breaks in and spray paints all the walls. Or maybe the tenant wasn't that nice and you had to ask them to go and then they spray paint all the walls. So again, you would always have to check with your own policy and your own agent and those sorts of things. But I just wanted to alert you to the fact that there's some miscommunication and misunderstanding out there about vandalism coverage on a landlord policy, and I thought you should know. Thanks so much for stopping by.